Hello, everybody. This is Glory. Welcome to Alpha One. And my apologies for taking such a long break. But I just want to say that I was really occupied with my family and work, which was quite engaging for me, so I couldn't find out quality time to do all of the videos that I was making. Although I missed making these videos, and I couldn't wait until I was free before recently that I wondered what should I make today's video about after this long break. Okay, so since quite a few days a particular thought has been grappling in my consciousness, and I thought it would be really wonderful if I share it with my community, which is all of you. So today's video is again going to be about that. So have you guys ever thought what actual power looks like and why true power is always misunderstood? Let me jog your mind to, if you think that all about Shakti, all about power, and associate it with stages, speeches, positions, being at the circles that empower, so-called empowerment, which I do not think personally does empower anyone. There are a lot of shortcomings. If you know those people in those power circle, you would have the intelligence of their shortcomings. It's only the ones who really feel that the grass is greener on the other side. So true power is what I have always associated with the circle of stones of Kali, the yoginis of Kali, who are actually the 64, respective individual energies of Kali. And for the longest time, they have been misunderstood, is what I feel, by the society as something malicious, as something demonic, as something, one has to approach with a lot of cautiousness and caution. So today I will share with you what I feel about every time I have been to those, to this 164 Yogini temple in Orissa. I have not been to the Madhya Pradesh one, but I have been several times visited the one in Orissa, which is in Hirapur, which is a few kilometers away from Bhubaneswar, outskirts. So true power within the vicinity of 64 yoginis, true power to me is a circle of stone. It is an opening to the infinite, where most saw ruins, but I saw the heartbeat of the primordial mother, which is Kali. What I saw was all of them were 64 breaths of primordial mother, Adi Kali. They were to me not statues. They are what I believe is living fire. The yoginis were the consumer of the ego. They were a guardian of a truth the world fears to name. So they caution you. Any point any human being is about to get liberated, the society has always attached a caution around it. Let's say the god and the demon are considered as two different entities while they are the same. But they were split by the society because an integrated and a complete human being cannot be ruled. They become sovereign being. They become kindness with jaws, So the world somehow, actual power has always been misunderstood in our society, because the world loves the lamp, the world loves the light, but it fears the fire, the flame. What you cannot cage, apparently, is what they cannot categorize. Okay, so let's say, in the silence of the Yogini temple, the rebellion is quite absolute. The 64 yoginis will enter your life if you're in the path of Kali. They will enter your life invariably. If you have followed my previous videos, I have shared my experiences with women, and I don't want to sound very idealistic, okay? So my experiences with women has been both. Although my life after getting into the path of Kali has completely changed, but that change was internal, a realization where I was, suddenly all of my, like I shared previously, all of my bosses begun to happen to be women. My friend circles happen to be women. And like I mentioned previously, not necessarily I would have admired them. Okay, a very important piece. Not necessarily I would have admired them for their quintessential professional character. Okay, but at the point I always had the wisdom to recognize that because of their presence, I was growing in strength each day. Every time I was upset because of them, I could go within myself and find unseen strength within me that I would have never believed they existed within me. So in some way, I urge all of you to witness femininity acting out in different ways around you, especially when you are in the path of Kali. There are feminine aspects which you cannot digest. So it's not always the sanctified, the peaceful, the one who is gracing you all the time. Of course, the 64 yoginis are gonna come with a lot of blessings, but sometimes they act as adversaries so that you find your blessings. The blessings are never external, poured onto you. It is always found through you, by you, within you. Okay? So for example, one of the yoginis name is Pisachini. Pisachini is one of the yoginis, and once Pisacha Guna, when it activates or manifests within a human being, imagine how would that human being life would be around that human being. Okay, so in the path of Kali, she will test you. She will test your mettle through the 64 yoginis. The yoginis will take your exam, and she will surround them with. Sometimes your life will be disastrous, and you would be thinking, I thought I was worshipping Kali and I'm protected. Yes, you are protected, my dear. But these circumstances are always going to teach you. These experiences will strengthen you in more ways than one. So I am not one of those people who will say that all women, yes, all women empower you, and they are equally important. I'm speaking this completely on a spiritual parlance, and all of them are important in the path of Kali. As a sadhaka of Kali, as someone who wants to understand Kali, every woman is important. Just watch out the guna, because all the 64 yoginis have the same power that Kali has, but they differ in their core tattva. Let's say Ganeshi is also one of the yoginis. She is a yogini of wisdom, and when you approach her, she will give you the powers of Kali through wisdom. Similarly, like I mentioned, Pisachini is also the name of the yogini. She will give you the powers of Kali, but through her Pisacha Guna, through that core, tattva within her. They will always operate in their core tattva. By that I mean, any woman, good or who is good or who is acting as an adversary in your life while you enter the path of Kali, please don't you will judge them in the moment. It's very it will be impractical for me to say that don't judge them, but you will reach a point and you will look behind, you will look on the hindsight, and you would realize, oh, they were teaching me strength, if nothing else, even in the most difficult moments. And that is where power is built. Kali's power is bestowed upon you, and these women, they act in that way because of the traumas they carry from generations. So 64 yoginis teach you about the innumerable tattvas or the aspects of femininity within women all around us. So when I say women surrounded me during my sadhana and till continues to, some of them are quite admirable. I have always admired them. I will continue to admire them because I learned greatly, while some have been really disappointing but caused great change within me, and I'm grateful for that aspect also, and I'm grateful for their presence in my life. And I wish you experience in your own ways and understand when you encounter these situations. And that is primarily why I make these videos. So, getting back to our title, the most powerful people are usually the least visible. Think about it. The strongest people, they are usually very calm. The smartest people, they are quiet. The truly wealthiest one are usually very simple. And the happiest one, they will appear quite private. So such people don't need attention. People with true power never needs attention. It does not need anything to prove. Real power does not need validation. It does not need to be seen in order to be existing. And so, real power will always be misunderstood, especially in many of us are working, right? And often in corporate structures or in government structures, any structure, it is hierarchical. It is, you have to prove yourself. Even your Swiggy Zomato orders, there is a rating system which is so vague, I feel. Everything is nowadays boxed into rating, as in to prove. Contrary to what truly precious, truly powerful object, people, thing would come across, it will never seek validation. Please remember that. Thank you very much.